This week I'm returning to my weather station example based on the OKdo E1 board and featuring the LPC55S69 microcontroller from NXP. In this short extra video I'm just going to show you how to use the real-time clock with the OKdo E1 board, and I'm going to use the real-time clock to generate a 1-minute interrupt for me to sample the temperature, pressure and humidity on the Bosch BME280 environmental sensor. Well, let's first of all add the extra driver. I'm going to add the real-time clock driver to my project. So I select the project and use the Manage SDK Components button. Let's bring that into sight. And I'm going to add the real-time clock driver to my project. It's down here, LPC RTC. I select the driver and just off the screen I click OK. And this is going to add the RTC to my project. We can see here in the drivers group that we've now got the real-time clock driver added to our project. So of course we'll need to hash include that right at the top. So we're just going to hash include that here. Now we can make reference to the real-time driver. While I'm here, I'm just going to add a new Boolean variable and spool named busy wait. And we'll use this to wait for the interrupt from the real-time clock. But we will be using the real-time clock in the interrupt mode. So I just want to write an interrupt service routine for the real-time clock. So it's real-time clock IRQ handler. This is a void function. And what we'll do in this interrupt service routine is we'll check to see that we've had an alarm flag from the real-time clock. And if that's true, we'll stop waiting and allow our software to continue and clear the flags. Let's get that correct. Okay. We'll be using the real-time clock and setting an alarm for 60 seconds in the future where we want to wake up and read the sensor. So we need to be able to read the current time from the real-time clock. So we're going to set up a variable. This is a 32-bit type and it's the current seconds. Okay, now let's start using the real-time clock. As always, we have to initialize the real-time clock. We just call the function RTC init. We want to enable the real-time clock interrupt. And finally, after we've done the printf, we're just going to enable the real-time clock. So enable it. Oh. Initialized, the IRQ's been enabled and we're started to run the timer. Okay, well I'm just going to continuously wait for a minute to read the sensors. So let's have a while loop, and you know what I think about while loops. And just for simplicity, I'm not going to guard it this week. We set up a Boolean variable busy wait, so let's set that true now. And read the real-time clock. So we can read into our current seconds. The value in the real-time clock. So we use the function RTC get get seconds timer count. And then we're going to set an alert for 1 minute from now. So we're going to add on so now we increment current seconds by 60, so that's 1 minute, and we're going to use that to set our alarm condition. So we use the function RTC set seconds timer match, in the RTC and the number of seconds away that we want to wait. So let's just review that once I correct my typos. We're going to initialize all over the chip, and then we're going to read the real-time clock. We're going to add 60 seconds to the current seconds value. We're going to write that in as an alert time, and then we're going to wait for our interrupt service routine to clear busy wait, and that will escape us from this while loop. We can then go and read the accelerometer in the way that we saw in the earlier video. Once the interrupt service routine clears busy wait, we're going to continue with this lines of code where we're going to initialize and read the sensor and output through printf the values. So I think that's everything that we need to do. Let's just compile our code, make sure we haven't got any typos. Okay, that's all built okay, and let's download it to the board. Okay, let's run it. And now we have to wait for a minute for the sensor to be read and the values to be printed. There it is. Well, I trust that you're enjoying these videos. And if you do, you can support me by sharing it, by liking these videos and subscribing to my YouTube channel. That's all for today. Thank you and goodbye.